What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Olivia. Today I'm really excited to be bringing you another little at-home refresh after the holidays. You guys know over the last couple of weeks we have been adding in cozy and neutral touches throughout the rest of our home. We decorated our kitchen after the holidays, our bathroom, we also did a little makeover in there, and then I shared a little living room refresh upstairs in our living room area after the holidays. So now it's finally time to come downstairs in our basement and add some cozy touches, because this basement is so bare. After we removed the real Christmas tree, all of the vintage Christmas decor, it just feels so bare, and I'm really excited to finally add some more cozy touches back in, especially because we haven't really been hanging out down here now that all of the Christmas decor got taken out. I think it's uninviting at this point. We still haven't finished all of the renovations down here. We still have to add a bunch of trim. It just doesn't feel as cozy as the rest of our home, so we just don't find ourselves coming down here all that often, and I'm hoping by adding in some cozy touches today, that's gonna change it. The first thing we actually did, I ordered a rug off of Amazon. I'll link the one we ordered down below because I absolutely love it. I went with the same brand that I did from upstairs in our living room. I think it's pronounced Loli. Don't quote me on that, but it's L-O-L-O-I. And I absolutely love the one that we have upstairs. I can't recommend it enough. I think that the variety of color that's in that rug really helps hide any stains or dirt or anything like that, and it's been amazing to keep up with, considering we have a puppy and now a 9-month-old. So stains are inevitable, and I just am so impressed with the quality and how well it's held up. Don't mind the squeaking. My little puppy Lola hanging out with me while I film this intro. Because I love the rug upstairs so much, I decided to stick with that same brand. I did go a different color wheel this time, and I love it. I went with more of a red tone. I think that was gonna add some warmth to this space, and I could not be happier with the result of it. So I actually had my husband help me unpackage the rug and get it set under our couch, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and actually order a rug pad for underneath it just to make it a little bit more cushy. Like I said, we have a 9-month-old who, she's on the move at this point, crawling around, and I'm sure it's gonna be not too long before she starts walking. So I just wanna make it a little bit softer for her, but I'm very impressed, and I'll make sure to link both of those rugs down below in the description box in case you guys are in the market. And before I get started on adding in some cozy decor, I just want to share and remind you guys that I do still have an exclusive discount code with Magic Mind. A few videos ago they did sponsor, and I seriously love these little shots, you guys. They're so quick to take, and whenever I'm feeling like I just don't have enough motivation, I take one of these and I'm able to just knock out like my entire to-do list. So highly recommend. I'll leave the link on the screen here, but I believe it's just www.magicmind.com/OliviaSJAN, and that's going to save you 45% off their bundle. Definitely check out the description box if you guys are interested in trying these out. Here's how the rug looks. I'm really happy with it. I don't think I could have picked anything better if I do say so myself. I think this red, or the rust color that's in this rug, is the perfect color for this space. I absolutely love it. I do think it needs to be shifted towards the back corner where that lamp is. I think it's just sticking out a little bit too far this way. But once my husband Marshall gets home from running errands, I'll have him help me. And then this one edge, it was rolled up when it was delivered, so of course it's kind of sticking up, and I just don't want Kendra to get stuck on it or trip or anything like that. So once we get it moved to exactly where we want it, I'll put little grippers in each of the corners so that stays down. But I'm really happy with how this looks. And then, like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, we still have to do all the trim work, add trim around the door, the windows, the baseboards, all of that. And then we still have outlet covers to switch out, the outlets themselves. A lot of little things that need to get done around here, but I'm so happy with how this is turning out. As always, we first need to wipe down all of our surfaces before we can start adding in some home decor. And today I'm just using one of my all-time favorites, the Mrs. Meyer's in the lavender scent. It really makes me look forward to all the spring weather that's coming in a couple of months. And here's just a quick little shot of our thrifted coffee table. I shared this in my last video, a couple of my all-time favorite thrift scores, and this was one of them. It was only $14, and originally it retails for, I thought it was $2.50 when I looked it up at Target. It's by the Threshold brand, and I had been eyeing this years ago when it came out. Never ended up buying it, and I could not believe I found it at a thrift store for only $14. So I snagged it up, and I think it fits this space perfectly. And then I love living in this house because there's always hidden treasures in the barn. We actually found 2 matching side tables, the other one's out in the shed. This spring and summer I do have plans to redo them. I want to try I think it's called Easy Off or Oven Off. It must be Easy Off. You spray it, let it sit in the sun, scrub it, and it should bring out the natural wood. So I'm hoping that looks nice. If not, I can just paint them, but they are matching, so I'm really excited to get these refinished and have a double set down here in the basement. We're starting with our sideboard. On the left-hand side, I wanted to keep things very simple. And so I pulled out this black vase, which I absolutely love it. I used it to decorate in fall on our kitchen island. I had really pretty fall stems cascading out of it. But for down here, I decided to just leave it bare. I didn't really have any winter greenery stems that I loved, and I'm just not ready to pull out those spring florals quite yet. So I decided to leave that just bare, and then I paired it with these two rustic wooden vases, which are also from Hobby Lobby in just two different sizes to add a little bit of dimension over here, and I absolutely love how it turned out. And then for the middle, I'm just stacking a few of my favorite coffee table books and then some old vintage books. I would love to know if you guys have any favorite coffee table books. I feel like they're just so multi-purpose. You can look at them, obviously, and then you can also use them as decor, and they just look so pretty. So I'm on the hunt for a couple more, but right here I'm showing you a clearance find from last year, this little wooden bowl with a lid. I think it's so precious, and I scored it on clearance last year at Hobby Lobby, and I actually used it up in our kitchen last year, so it's kind of fun being able to style it down here in our basement now. And then on the right-hand side, I did pull out a couple of my candlesticks, which are from the dollar store, those wooden ones. They come in two different heights. I purchased these years ago, so I doubt that they still have them. I'll try to look to see if I can find something similar. But I ended up going with the smaller of the two wooden candlesticks, and then I pulled out this little vintage brass candlestick, which is from the Threshold brand at Target several years ago. It's another clearance find, and then I just paired it with two just tapered candles to add some height, and then of course I just couldn't resist. I had to add in a little family photo of my husband Marshall and my daughter Kendra. I know the Vikings are no longer in the NFL. They did not make it to the playoffs. Well, I should say they didn't make it through the playoffs, but I just think this picture is so precious. I love adding in pictures of our family throughout the home. It might be an unpopular opinion, but I just can't help myself. I love looking at these photos, and I thought that frame was really pretty and tied in with the gold. To the right of our sideboard, I went ahead and pulled out my blanket ladder. This is just an old ladder that I put a crocheted blanket on, and then right next to our sideboard, I thought it needed a little something more, so I pulled out these gold vases, which are from Target many years ago. I haven't really used them in the last year or two since we've lived here. I did consider donating them, but I still loved them. So I hung on to them, and I'm really glad I did because I think they are perfect in this spot. And then to decorate this little side table, this was actually really fun. I can't wait to get these refinished, but I just chose to keep it very simple and practical. I added a coaster, so whoever sits on this chase end of the couch has somewhere to set their drink, and then we have a little wooden bowl with a remote and a deck of cards. On the end of our chase, I chose to add one of the blankets that I crocheted several years ago. I went on a crocheting kick and just made quite a few different blankets, just because homemade blankets can get really expensive. So I decided to teach myself and made several of them. I have a couple of them hanging on a blanket ladder, but I decided to pull one out of a basket and drape it over our couch, and I love how it looks. I love the brown tones. To style our coffee table, I just pulled out this wooden tray with the brass detailing. I added some books and then this really pretty thrifted bowl. I love the patina on it. I love the distressing. It just makes it feel old and vintage, and I love it so much. I love styling this throughout my entire home. I decided to put in coasters in there because there was a sticker from the thrift shop. I just cannot get it out, and I haven't tried too hard, but I decided to cover it up by putting coasters in there. And then this candle, this chamber stick, is just so pretty. I love it so much. It's actually from Hobby Lobby, but it definitely looks thrifted and vintage. Like I mentioned, I do have a matching side table as I do on the other side of the couch, but right now it's just out in the barn, so I'm just keeping this one in here for now. And I decided to pull out this basket. Normally I style it with faux florals. I hang it over like a blanket ladder or on a hook, but I thought it would be fun and a little unique way to put our magazines in here. I have a ton of Magnolia magazines and I still love them. I like to look through them, and it's a little bit different way to style than just laying over a coffee table. So I stuck that on the lower portion of that end table, and then for the top, I went ahead and pulled out this cascading greenery. This is something I picked up last year. I'm going to link it down below. I love this because if you want something that's really cascading and hangs down, if you have a really high space for it, I think this is perfect. But I wanted to style it over on this coffee table, and one thing I love about this one is they have little hooks on some of the branches, and you can just hook them on top so it makes it shorter and a little bit more full, so you're able to play around with it and really get the style that you're looking for. I'm just handling a few last minute tasks and touch-ups before we are finally complete and I can share how everything turned out. I am so happy with it, and you guys will have to let me know what you think down below in the comment section. Is gonna wrap up today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I feel like I say this in every video, but I truly love how this space turned out. I absolutely love everything. It was so much fun being able to decorate this space because there was so much to decorate. We have our TV mounted, so that just opened up a ton of space to be able to use on our sideboard, or I guess TV stand. I was able to decorate a nice big coffee table and some end tables, which I don't have upstairs. So that was really fun. Also, seeing this new rug in this space, it just ties everything together, and I could not be more happy with how everything turned out. I will try to link as much as I can down below in the description box. You guys know I love decorating with old, one-of-a-kind, vintage antique pieces that I find at thrift stores or Facebook Marketplace, along with modern day decor. So I'm not going to be able to link everything that I used in today's video, but I will try to link as much as possible down below, or even try to find some similar options as well. And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your week. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching. I would love it if you would give this video a thumbs up. And if you made it until the very end, why don't you comment a sun emoji down below in the comment section. But thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you all back here in the next one. Bye, you guys.